Okay, so I'm here at the junkyard in Pontiac, Michigan. Here's a 1994 Jeep Grand Cherokee. I am removing the steering box, and I'm gonna put the steering box into a check-in bag and see if I can transport it on the plane all the way to Colorado, and then put this box from this junky old Jeep into another junky old Jeep. The Holy Grail. The day after Thanksgiving on Black Friday, I bought the Holy Grail of Jeep Grand Cherokees, one of roughly 1,500 ever built with a manual transmission. While it only cost $700, it was an absolutely idiotic purchase. I'd never even seen the Jeep, but I knew it had 260,000 miles on it, a bad clutch, screwed up steering, and who knew what else was wrong. More importantly, it was in the middle of nowhere, 1,500 miles from my house. Fantastic. Okay, Brandon is wrapping up my socket set. That is almost 40 pounds. Each check-in bag has to be 40 pounds or under. You can see we just disconnected the steering box from the pump, where we can't bring the pump, and we can't bring my sleeping bag or the tow strap or the jumper cables because everything weighs a ton. It turns out tools weigh a lot. And then these are the other two check-in bags. They're basically empty because this bag weighs almost 40 pounds on its own, filled with sockets and wrenches. So like basically an empty carry-on bag, check-in bag. This one's also basically empty because this steering box weighs like 40 pounds. Like this bag has a steering box and a line wrench and like pretty much nothing else in it. So that's it. This bag, that bag, and socket set. Okay, we're weighing our luggage. 40 pounds on the dot, perfect. Here comes our steering box bag. 39.5, perfect. And then our socket set.
United Airlines is currently training passengers.
37 pounds. We are doing pretty well, huh? Okay, so security did stop me because they noticed something in my carry-on bag. It's a thing that's been pretty much breaking my back for the last like half an hour, and that's this wheel bearing. It's really heavy. Okay, Brando, how's this $45 plane flight treating you?
It's one of those things, you get what you pay for. Only paid $45, bored out of my mind, but hey, it was 45 bucks.
All right,
Very distinctive.
bag one has arrived at baggage claim. Things are looking good so far. The power steering pump, excuse me, the steering gear is still in there. All right, let's have a look in here. Why we didn't put this in a trash bag is beyond me. I don't know. Look at this. Clearly it leaked plenty of oil. It smells so bad. Oh gosh. All right, I'm gonna have to put the lifetime warranty of this suitcase to the test because look at this. It just straight up cracked it. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're in Denver, and a reader named Jason picked us up from the airport, and he's going to lend me his, what is it, 93?
93 K2500.
Chevy pickup with a 5-speed manual and a bench seat. We're going to show you it real quick.
Yeah, only David would get this excited about my beat the hell pickup. I can tell you that.
I mean, why would you not get excited about this? Wow, look at this. Bench seat.
Bench seat, yep.
5-speed. So you think this will get me up the pass?
This will get you up the pass. What you got to show are these tires, because it's got damn near brand new snow tires on there. Those things will just grip and grip and grip.
Okay. The old Chevy is kicking butt. We're going up the mountains. This 5-speed manual is incredible. Technically a 3-speed. If you read it, it's got low and then it's 1, 2, 3 and an overdrive. So it's a 3-speed with a granny gear and an overdrive, which is so classic. The bench seat is incredible. The V8 is awesome. The truck isn't perfect. There's no muffler, so it's loud. We can't seem to figure out the defrost, and the windshield keeps, like, I don't know if it's freezing over, but look, this visibility is pretty limited. But you know what? It's an awesome truck. Way better than any, I don't know, Hyundai Accent you might have gotten from a rental company. All right, We're about to roll up to the Holy Grail. We're about to see it. Vehicle that I bought sight unseen. We're in Olathe, Colorado, which is, as you can see, pretty freaking remote. I mean, look, not a whole lot out here. But what is out here is the Holy Grail, and that's all that matters.
There it is.
There it is. Holy crap, the Grail. It's here. There it is. Look at it. Wow, look at that. The Holy Grail. Wow, this guy's got a little horse farm.
It's your alternate way home if the Jeep doesn't run.
Yeah, that's right. Might have to buy a horse if this Jeep doesn't move on its own. Here we go. The first up-close look of the Holy Grail. What we flew 1,500 miles for. The 94 is wow, this paint leaves a lot to be desired.
Yeah. A little flaky there.
Oh, there's something under there though. Look at that. There's some hunter green. A little bit of hunter green. This interior.
The pinstripes still on it too. You can see that they went right over the decals.
Look at this grimy.
Oh yeah, it's classic.
This grimy interior. Ooh. Wow, look at this. There it is. The manual shifter. Oh my goodness, it's perfect. The body is perfect. It is absolutely mint. There is not a single speck of rust. Look at this. This is the original, like, rust-proofing coating on it. Unbelievable. Look at this. Look at how clean that is, man. Body's good, paint's terrible, interior is a little rough, but let's oh, look at the shifter. Wow, the Grail. Blower works. Well, there we go. Now look, I know what a good sounding 4-liter sounds like. That's it. It didn't start up nicely, but it's smooth. That is a smooth motor. Let's see what it can do. All right, we just picked up the ZJ from the middle of nowhere, and now I'm driving it. It's got a bad clutch. However, I have not slipped the clutch once. The play seems to be to shift really late. So let the engine rev up, then shift, make sure the RPMs are high and that you're not lugging it. Because right now it seems to be driving really well. I mean, look at this. I'm doing like 55 and it's fine. It's honestly fine. We are going up a hill, which is, you know, the most dope. We can see the slip is happening there. You can just watch the revs climb. There it is, see it? When the revs climb and the vehicle isn't going any accelerating, you know the clutch is slipping. So what I'm doing is I'm actually driving in a lower gear, keeping the revs up high so that I'm not bogging the motor down, and that seems to stop the slip. And we're gonna be able to get this to the garage here in a second. So things are good. Things are good so far. I thought it would be a lot worse. Okay, we are under the Holy Grail. What's up, Brandon?
Well, we're getting ready to remove the transfer case now. So there's about 5 or 6 nuts that we've got to undo, and then we'll basically slide the transfer case off the back of the transmission.
Yeah, we disconnected the exhaust. We drained the transmission.
Took out the cross member.
Took out the cross member. The drive shaft is gone. So now it's just drop transfer case, then pull off the transmission and get to the clutch.
Sounds easy enough when you say it like
Yeah,
that.
but it won't be. Okay, here it is, the clutch. Look at this disc. Nice, interesting colors there. Those are always a great sign, right? Now look at how little meat there is left on this thing. It is down to the rivets, I guess those are.
Yeah, rivets.
Yeah,
close.
this thing is toast. Pressure plate is, it's definitely got some weird marks on it. Flywheel is also, unfortunately, it has got some heat marks on it. But anyway, yeah, we figured out the problem, and it is exactly what we thought it was. Okay, there's the new flywheel installed with new pilot bearing. See the nice green greasy goodness in there. And here is the new clutch disc, which I am lining up with the pilot bearing using this piece of plastic. Anyway, it's all lined up well. Now we gotta put the pressure plate over top of it and then just bolt some things down and then, okay. Look, I think it's safe to say that this Jeep is destroying us right now. It is destroying us.
I'd say that's an accurate assessment.
Yes, we got a clutch in. Yes, things are coming together slowly, but at what cost? At what cost?
We're almost there. All we gotta do is put on the transfer case, put on the trans cross member.
Okay, so a day of wrenching is coming to an end. We picked this up today, and Brandon and I have been wrenching since this morning, and now it's like, I don't know, 3 a.m., 2 a.m., I don't know. We've lost all control. If I look like a broken man, it's because I am. And you should see Brandon. He's not doing so hot. Tell us what we did today.
We replaced the clutch, tightened a track bar bracket, fixed a washer fluid hose leak.
Did one brake.
That's about it. I mean, the clutch took forever.
Yeah, the thing is, we replaced one clutch. It sounds so simple, but my goodness, it was not.
It was not simple. Every part of this vehicle fought us, tooth and nail, the entire time.
But it's done.
It's done. Hopefully it works.
If it doesn't, we're leaving this here.
Yeah, I agreed.
All right, driving through the Colorado Rockies in my $700 '94 Jeep Grand Cherokee with a 5-speed manual, the Holy Grail. Brandon, my friend, is behind me, driving a nearly 200,000-mile Chevy pickup truck. 2 buddies driving through the Rockies in 2 shit boxes. Is there anything better in this world? The answer is absolutely not. There isn't. Totally, of course not. Okay, we're going up the steep mountain pass here, and in 4th gear, this Jeep does not have really enough to go the speed limit. It's kind of crawling 45 miles an hour, and I have to downshift into 3rd gear to really keep up with Brandon in the Chevrolet with the 350 V8. I don't know what gears he's in. Something tells me he's not in 3rd. I bet he can hold 4th. I don't know. But anyway, the engine runs smoothly, and I'm very happy. It shifts. The transmission shifts it shifts great, and the ride is okay. So this thing's handling the Rockies. I mean, the first task, I buy a shit box, and the first thing I do is take it over the Rocky Mountains. That's bold. Yo, we're driving the ZJ. Look at that. The AX15. Brayden, what do you think?
It's awesome. Feels perfect. Manual transmission Grand Cherokee, you gotta love it.
It's basically like an XJ, except slightly larger. But it's pretty XJ-ish.
I'd say very XJ.
Very XJ.
If I close my eyes, which I shouldn't do when I'm driving, I feel like I'm driving an XJ.
Yeah, but that's a good thing.
It's a very good thing.
Anyway, we're in Colorado somewhere, and the ZJ is kicking butt. It's not perfect. There's a towel in there. I don't really know why. And also, it whines a bit. Yeah, it'll be fine though. I think the rear diff's going out. Okay, so we're in Nebraska somewhere. Ogallala. And just did a fluid check. We're not sure if it's burning oil at this point. It might be a little bit. We'll see. Brandon's inflating the tires. Brandon, what was that back tire at?
14 PSI.
14.
Just a little below spec.
Oh man. Anyway, it's driving really well. I have nothing more to say. Things are going well. All right. Merging onto a highway here in Nebraska in the old manual Grand Cherokee, and the transmission is so good. Oh, the shifts. They got the perfect amount of notchiness. The clutch pedal just stiff enough, but not too light either. I'm telling you, this transmission, it makes this vehicle. It really does. And of course, the inline 6, which is a tank. But we're just cruising along. I'm doing 60, 65, no problem through these nice plains. There's some gear noise. There's definitely some gear noise, but beside that, it drives like a dream. It really does. How is this going so smoothly? I don't get it. Look at this Jeep, just cruising along at over 75 miles an hour through these plains. No big deal. All right, so we're near Chicago. We've driven over 1,200 miles so far in the old ZJ, and things are good. We haven't had to shift much because we've been bombing down the highway at like 75 miles an hour most of the way.
Sometimes 80.
Sometimes 80, and it really drives really well. It's pretty smooth and reasonably quiet, and it's going, yeah.
Amazingly well.
Yep, things are good.
Half expected the transfer case to fall off the back of the transmission, but hey, that didn't happen, so that's great.
No death or despair yet. We still have another 300 miles-ish, so there's still time for some death. But I don't know, I'm not seeing it. There it is, our final border crossing into the state where this lovely Grand Cherokee was built. And where I live, that is Michigan, the fine state of Michigan. Nice. Made in USA, it says on my door jam sticker. But where am I actually built? Well, curious Holy Grail, the answer lies before you. Jefferson North Assembly Plant. This entire complex was built for you, just to build you. Back in the early 90s, billions of dollars invested, hundreds of employees, all because you are that special. I know, it's a lot to take in, but I'm here for you. Take your time. It's a special moment we're witnessing between a ZJ and its manufacturing plant. 72 hours ago, Brandon and I were under this ZJ, replacing the clutch, going a little bit loony. But 1,500 miles later, we're back in Michigan. The Holy Grail is here to see the rest of my Jeep family. It's gonna be great. Brandon, thank you very much for all your help.
My pleasure.
Now get some rest. I'm gonna do the same. See you later. More on the Holy Grail Jeep in the future. All right, driving through the Colorado Rockies in this 94 Grand Cherokee ZJ with a 5-speed manual. Said there are cows in there?
Yeah, that one's the